This is my village, Yerwata. Over this situation last night of Fulani bandits killing over 100 persons at Yerwata. The youth are here that they will not take this anymore from the government. And we are here to work and see how peace will be restored. That is the situation at the moment. The deputy governor of the state is here. Thank you.
Say it the way it is. I've told you that the more Nigerian government are hating the Igbos, the more we are draining, the more we are going down every day. Go and look at under Obasanjo regime when Igbo were in the front line of the economy of Nigeria. Go and look where Nigeria was compared to when Buhari came and brought his hatred against the Igbos with this question. If you bring angel from heaven to come and rule Nigeria, it cannot do anything with this current structure until Nigeria is being split or everybody go on their own separate way.
We are leaving the north. We are going to Biafra for our own safety. And we've seen how some of them were accommodated in Enugu State. A man from Benue was here this morning and he called his family and he said his family have crossed over to Benue State and it's very, very peaceful. This morning it has been a very, very disruptive time here at the newspaper stand. Argument and counter argument. The man from Benue said, my families are now safe in Enugu State and we thank the Igbo people for accepting them. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share with others. The Benue man have repeated and said, if anything happens today, Benue people will join the Igbos. And they are ready because the Igbo people are always saving them from the S-men. Mr. James Wemeka, you are from Kogi State, in that axis of the Middle Belt. Do you think that your people too may join the Igbos instead of the Hausas in Nigeria?
Thank you for having me this morning. Yes, of course, it is no longer a news that we from the Middle Belt has become a sacrificial lamb in the hand of Fulani headsmen. Maybe I will say it reportedly or allegedly, Bola Ahmed Tinubu or Bola government, Nigeria federal government have sold us out to Fulani because I don't know how to explain this thing any longer. Whereby, according to as they told us that these Fulani men who are coming from Sahel, Africa country are not Nigeria Fulani, but they are coming to kill my people on a daily basis in Taraba, in Plateau, in Benue, and yet no single word from presidency, no single word for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The last time I checked, before I go to your question you asked me, the APC, the governor of Benue State, is APC. When during the time of Buhari government, they say, oh, Otom hate Buhari, Otom hate APC. That's why Otom is trying to escalate this issue of Fulani herdsmen, that it's not the way Otom is represented. But today, the governor of Benue State is a reverend father, is APC. Why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu silenced in the case of these Fulani herdsmen that are killing people in Benue? Now, let me go back to the Fulani people who are running back to Biafra for safety. Yes, of course, they have no choice. I have said without number, the hatred Nigeria government have against the Igbo is what put us where we are today. Why? Because, like me, the Kogi State, we are formerly in Benue before we were divided. If you look at Kogi State today, part of Kogi State people are in Enugu. They caught Enugu, they joined Kogi State. Kogi State is a conference state, it's a state that they just join and cut and join everybody together. Part of us are from Enugu. In Kogi, I'm talking to you. Part of us are from Yoruba, all those states. They cut and join. Part of us like that, Edo, we are part of Edo. So you can see that these people, all in the name of trying to weaken the Igbo race. We must say it the way it is. I've told you that the more Nigeria government are hating the Igbos, the more we are draining. The more we are going down every day. Go and look at under Obasanjo regime when Igbo were in the front line of the economy of Nigeria. Go and look where Nigeria was compared to when Buhari came and brought his hatred against the Igbos. The hatred against the Igbos is what people put us where we are today. Buhari hate the Igbos and he unleashed that hatred on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that's why you can see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is under the custody of the DSS. Today you can see where we are in terms of economy, in terms of everything. We are giant of Africa in number. We are not more giant in economy as a result of hatred. I have said it with that number, whether you like my opinion or not, but I'm entitled to my opinion. Igbos are more Nigerian than Hausa. Igbos are more Nigerian than Yoruba. Igbos are more Nigerian than my middle belt where I come from. Why do I have to say this? Igbos, it's only Igbos you see in this country. Any village you see, they build a house there. They make that village, they develop that village, they do everything as they in their village. How many houses Yoruba man have in the southeast? How many houses Hausa Fulani men who are claiming the whole Nigeria they have in the southeast? Rather they build in their own place, they develop in their own place. Now how can you now tell me that the Hausas are more Nigerian than the Igbos? How can you now tell me that Yorubas are more Nigerian than Igbo? It's lie. These Igbo people are more Nigerians, but because of marginalization, because of the war, the Biafra war, and all that, they don't want them to come close to the corridor of power. But who is feeling it the most? In the worst scenario now, are you seeing the Igbos are begging? They are not. We know the people that are begging. Thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will tell you that the southeast will have been worse than the Benue today, if not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
What did he do?
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu agitation by forming the ESM to defend their land. What is securing the Igbo land? Igbo land will have been more than what is happening in Benue today. How about
Agu Netimba and
all these ones are being organized, done by the Southeast governor for political purpose. And that's why you see that since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been under the castration of the DSS, right now, what stop the Southeast governor, the five of them to come together to form one security outfit like Southwest here. Southwest here, they have a Amateku that is confronting the headmen, and they are doing very well. What stop the Southeast to create a Southeast, to create a security in the Southeast that are uniform to Imo State, Abia State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State. But as I tell you now, all the governors, they are using them for political purpose. E.g. like Chasoludo in Enugu. All those Egune Chamber, Kasoludo is using, they are using it for their own selfish interest, not for to protect the people. As we speak now, some weapons have been seized in Finland. You should not communicate with Biafra. Go to Southeast, they are still killing. Ebubeago now they are using, they are acquiring people, they are arresting people unlawfully, detaining people. A video that is going viral now, where Egune Chamber of the one that Chasoludo is using, that are arresting people. Who gave them the mandate to arrest people for goodness sake, and you detain them for 3 months? These are shenanigans that they are doing in the Southeast. That's why I'm telling you that if not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not only Igbo, if not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria would have gone under this Fulani men, Fulani agenda to Islamize this country. And that's why you can see now they are moving all around. You go spread that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching about this Fulani headmen. They want to take over Nigeria. They want to Islamize Nigeria. Which of it that has not come into pass? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching this gospel, people were swearing for him. Many people did not believe in him. Why? Because they felt that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to come and divide Nigeria. But it is blurry today that everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said to the past have come to pass. Can you now see where we are, where we find ourselves as a nation? So for me, that young man has to be protected. That young man has to be free. All this money Bola Ahmed Tinubu go and start a fresh trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a waste of time. Nigerians are hungry in the street. Money that they are spending for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu every court, he need to fill a community. Do you know the hungers that is going on in the land? Many parents now cannot send their children to school. Look, there is a doom that is ahead of Nigeria.
A doom?
Is ahead of Nigeria. Let me tell you how it's a doom. Let me tell you. See, the children of the poor now cannot go to school. They are at home. In nearest future, in 30 years to come, what will become these children? They say an idle hand is the workshop of the devil. When you don't have what you are doing, that is why a man will be telling you, go and steal, go and join armed robber, go and join kidnapping. But when you have what you are doing, that mind will not come. You'll be busy with what you are doing. These children on the street now, they cannot go to school. Their parents cannot send them to school. In nearest future, will they allow the children of politicians to go scot-free? They will not. They will stand up. Because this life, everybody come this life to come and enjoy. Nobody come life, come look. You they talk to me and chicken. Me, I no cigarette drink. You think say me, I go happy? That is the problem. The children of the poor that the government refused to train 30 years ago are the one causing terror now in Nigeria. These Boko Harams, these Fulani headmen, if they go to school, do you think they will be doing all this they are doing? When the poor men now, they are sending their children to UK to go and school. They are sending their children everywhere. They destroy the education of Nigeria. Wait, it will take a time. And that's why I said the only solution to Nigeria, this country, split this country, let everybody go. Or you restructure the country. Let's go back to regional government. Southwest, go to your regional government. Lagos alone is enough to feed Yorubas. Not any Yoruba man that's supposed to be suffering with the way God has blessed Lagos. But it took one man to pocketed Lagos. A man pocketed Lagos in his own pocket. Feel that is the one that will determine who become anything in the Southwest here. And that's why that man is killing the glory of the Southwest. Today, we have people who are supposed to represent this Southwest. People like former governor Fashola, who can represent the Southwest. Yoruba will be proud that yes, we have a son that represents us out there. We have Otibajo, who can speak with Donald Trump, who has everything he has. But the silent thing, they say, Emiloko, now my thought. Emiloko now is consuming the Nigeria. Emiloko children now cannot go to school. Emiloko now, because of Emiloko now, children cannot eat. How, when last that people eat chicken? When last people eat chicken? As I speak to you now, many children now, it has up to 2 years now, they see chicken in their eye.
But many, now let's talk about them, the killings again. Many Igbos are thanking God, in quote, and praising God, that it was the Middle Belt that formed alliance with the Fulani to kill them during the Civil War. And Yoruba people too were included. But now, the Fulanis are now killing them back. And Yakubu Gowon, who led Nigeria against Biafra, he has run out of Nigeria, he is now living in the UK. The Fulani S-men have almost finished Benue, almost finished Plateau, that God is fighting for the Igbo people. What do you have to say about that?
The truth of the matter is that then was out of ignorance. If we are to be now that Biafra was fight, I would tell that Middle Belt will join Biafra to fight Nigeria government.
If it is now?
Yes, if it is now. I told you that if Gowon would have not allowed British to use his brain to fight Biafra, Africa will have been the better continent by now, because this Biafran will have been the Japan of Africa. They will have been China of Africa. There's no need enough for you to be going to China. But Gowon allowed British. When I tell you people say my mouth is smell. Nobody is in Nigeria. Yoruba is not in Nigeria. Igbo is not in Nigeria. Hausa is not in Nigeria. If you tell me that Yoruba is in Nigeria, Igbo is in Nigeria, Hausa is in, what is the meaning of Yoruba? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Hausa? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Igbo? Nobody is in Nigeria. British join us together to make us. And that's why you can see doctors, engineers, sell all their property. They go to UK. What are they doing? They go there to do caregiver. They go and work people. A whole doctor in Nigeria. If these people, they have sat down, they manipulate our brain. They use us to be slavery world. Nobody is in Nigeria. This Nigeria, they join us together, they call us Nigeria. No, what is the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Igbo? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Hausa? Can't we sit down and say, no, we cannot be a slave to these people? And that's why we are happy what Abraham Traoré is doing in Africa. Abraham Traoré now have seen the light that these people, let me tell you, the whites supposed to be the one that is supposed to be worshiping Africa. Because everything God gave it to Africa, mineral resources, and that's why they are turning to Africa. They are using Africa as they are making us, taking us to their country, to develop their country. Nothing is in America. Nothing is in Europe compared to what God has endowed Africa with. But these people have seen it. They use religion to brainwash us. Go to Nigeria today, mosques everywhere, church everywhere, no factory. And that is why you see John, Matthew, Gideon, na Yahoo they do for street. Jamil, Mustafa, na Yahoo they do. It's not that they don't come from religious family. They come from good family. But the family don't fit pay bill. Papa and mama no fit pay house rent again. Jamil need to go street to go do Yahoo to scam to pay the house. Gideon, Matthew need to go street to go scam on Igbo to pay house rent. But now only politician. You see Lagos now, politicians are then they buy everywhere. That's why if you pay house rent now, you rent a house. Before 1 year, they say they don't buy that house. Who buy out? Make investigation. A politician buy out. Now only them they chop for this country. The poor men children now they do Yahoo up and down. That's why I challenge the governor of Lagos, Sanwo-Olu, when he was saying Nigeria youth to go and join Nigeria army, that there is benefit. When Sanwo-Olu tell his son go join Nigeria army, is it only the poor men children that join Nigeria army? I don't know. Not the only poor man children that join army. Rich men too. It's enough time we hear Sheikh Tinubu song. Sheikh Tinubu son become Nigeria army. It is right now we hear the Governor Sanwo-Olu son don't become a Nigeria army. Who be Opus Odima son is now a policeman.
Opus Odima
son is now a policeman. Is it a crime? Is it a crime for a governor son to go and be a policeman? Is it only poor man children that become policeman? They carry them, go to Boko Haram, they go waste them there. It's not. So it is high time we start telling these people that enough is enough.
But do you see a few now? Let's also look at this one. The way Nigeria is going now, Boko Haram taking territories, bandits. You saw a military person saying that our Ghana chop our money finish. You know they buy us good weapon. The video is on the internet. Do you see a future for Nigeria? The way things are going now?
No, the fact of the matter, there's no future in Nigeria. It's hard to say that many people will not believe. Many people that watch this video, if you like, insult me. That does not reduce me. There's no future in Nigeria. I've said the time before the 2023 election. I say, whether Peter Obi win election, whether Atiku win, or this Emiloko who grab power and run away with it, they cannot do anything in Nigeria because we are building on 40 foundation. The foundation is 40. Destroy this foundation. Let's start afresh. How do we start afresh? By respecting this country. Let's go to regional governments. When we were in a regional government, we were doing well. If your father is a farmer, he can use cocoa to train his children to school. They are doing well. Are we not doing well? What stops these people? You want to copy democracy for America? Copy it to the end. American democracy cannot be compared to Nigerian democracy. Whereby Bola Ahmed Tinubu will wake up one night because you have misunderstanding with your wife. You remove the governor of River State. Today, maybe Lagos State is next now. You can see it over the weekend. It's not through, what is it called? Sowolu. He did not greet Sowolu. Tomorrow, don't wake up now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu might wake up tomorrow. Sowolu, you are not the governor of Lagos State. Nobody can challenge you. Is that the democracy we are proud of? No, it's not a democracy. So what we are saying that the only solution to this problem now, whether you decide that you restructure this country or you divide this country, let everybody go on their own peaceful way. Let's push these British people aside who have used us as a slave. Enough is enough. Staying together as one Nigeria is consuming us the more. Look at the numbers of people that are dying every day. People now no feel it. You go here say they say this man don't die for your area. What you kill like they sick before? You know they sick. Now thinking, the man they think, where will I see money to rent this house? To rent another house? Where will I see money to pay children? No man will be happy if he's not able to pay his bill. If you're up to 40 years, if you have children, your children is up to 35, 40 years, he has never married as a man, you will not be happy. How will you feel a child that you suffer, you train to school, he has attained all the degree, but come no work? What kind of country is that? Somebody goes serve a country for 35 years, he cannot build 2-bedroom bungalow. But ordinary councillor that just entered 1 year, he's buying estate, he's buying everywhere. This is not more Nigeria. So for me, there's no hope until we're ready to do the need. If you let me end it with this question. If you bring angel from heaven to come and rule Nigeria, it cannot do anything with this current structure. Until Nigeria is being split or everybody go on their own separate way.
The people that testified against Simon Ekpa in the faraway Finland, history, nemesis, posterity will judge them and their offspring up to how many generations to come. That is what God of Abraham said. And what? Victory. That's Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa.
These are areas that we can benefit substantially from the experience of Finland. Nigeria has continued to forge very strong ties, not just at the bilateral level, at the multilateral level. We continue to work together to foster an era for Nigeria, certainly, of economic prosperity in a rapidly changing world and with rapidly changing dynamics. Nigeria continues to lead, especially in Africa, in fostering peace and security. And in this guise, we always seek the support and collaboration of the European Union. Of course, with Finland, luckily the ambassador that presented her letters of credence is very well versed in the area of trade. So we will be seeking also to strengthen our trade relations. We will be looking for new areas of collaboration. Of course, as you know, Nigeria is seeking a diversification of the economy, migrating from the oil sector to areas of agriculture, agro-allied products and agro-processing, the digital economy, renewable energy. These are areas that we can benefit substantially from the experience of Finland.
The great Iroko of Biafra, which is her late husband, commanded Biafra armed forces, and of course he was the president of Biafra during that 3 years of genocide. So we are not going to trade our freedom for anything political position, because a lot of people have expected me to react on the so-called frivolous appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. The reason I have not reacted is that it is not my business. And I believe it is none of Biafran's business. She is a politician. She believes in Nigeria, and that is her own choice. She is just one person, one woman with one vote. Today, you don't expect me to start reacting when 50 million Biafrans have consented to this Biafra government, giving this Biafra government consent and the authority to fight for their freedom. So who is Bianca Ojukwu? Only one person, one woman. So I don't want to waste my time, but it is very imperative that I bring this message to her. So long as she maintains her lane, mind her business as a politician under Nigeria, we don't have problem with her. But when we are going to have problem with her is when she uses that position to fight against Biafra in any capacity. Then Simon Ekpa will change to whatever that will suit her, and then we will engage her in any way possible. For now, she can enjoy her appointment. I have no business and I have no issue with her appointment under Nigeria.
Mr. President, the beautiful nominee standing before us.
I said restrict yourself
it is in the
to the resume. Forget
Mr. President.
Forget this was beautiful. I said restrict yourself.
It's in the CV, sir.
Restrict yourself. She didn't put in the CV that she's beautiful.
Yeah,
is that what she put? Where?
It's in the CV.
Where? The CV says beautiful Bianca.
It's in the CV. Mr. President, Mr. President, Bianca Olivia Odinaka Chukwu Odumegwu Ojukwu is my sister from Ngwo, the local government of Enugu State. Mr. President, a golden fish have no hiding place, and that is why the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria went and brought this woman who is very passionate about our country, who is very committed to see the growth of this nation, who will give all that is within her reach to make sure that this country gets to a greater height. Mr. President, you see, when Mr. President announced the nominees and put them in ministries where they are going to serve, it makes everything easier for us, because she is posted to where she has absolute confidence and competence, where she is going to make a huge impact to this country. She's a lawyer.
You know, the question they used to ask, when will Biafra come? This question has always been what has been in the mind of the enemy for decades. They come like friends, they laugh, and at the end, the question is actually meant to mock the Biafra agitation in those days. My fellow Biafrans, today is Sunday. I would like to read the Bible today. I would like to read from the book of Ecclesiastes 7. The book of Ecclesiastes 7. I'm going to read from chapter 7, and I will read verse 7, and I will read 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Number 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools. When you expect the Biafra government and myself to act on certain issues, we don't delve into things with our anger. We take our time. But when we start, the entire world will know that we have started. They used to ask you, when will this Biafra come? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned this in one of his broadcasts. Always there, when will this Biafra come? When will this Biafra come? That's a question that many, both the good and the bad, carried in their hearts for decades. But that question now has an answer. The question finally has an answer. And the infinite answer will come on December 2nd, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to put in place the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land, we are taking it one step at a time. We are not in a hurry. This is a fight that have taken the life of millions, and we've fought this for over 50 years. The Biafra government 72 hours ultimatum to return all the Biafrans that were kidnapped from the old eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria and other part of Nigeria to detain. Many of them have been detained for many years without trial. That 72 hours ultimatum ends today. And we have seen reactions from different courts. One of them is the court, the Owerri Appeal Court. They have announced temporary shutdown because of security concern. This particular shutdown, it is now very evidently clear that Nigeria have no intention of returning our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to different detention facilities in the northern Nigeria, or maybe many of them have been killed. So, knowing what we do not know about the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, both women and children, that were taken in the name of arrests. So they decided to lock down because they can't provide our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria. I want to use this medium to inform Nigeria terrorist state this evening that this temporary lockdown, because they could not provide our brothers and sisters they kidnapped, should not be temporarily. They have locked down permanently and indefinitely and will never reopen again. I want to let you know that the evil will only strive when good men keep quiet and silent. In the absence of good men, the evil men will always strive. Nigeria have shown to be evil for decades, and in all this evil of Nigeria, the good men have always been terrified, fear, and they remain silent for many years. Today, many good men have risen up, and they are all in Biafra government in exile. And so we are going to commit a great violence on this Nigeria state, because that's exactly what is going to restore peace. And it has started. We are going to delegitimize Nigeria institution by institution, step by step, organization by organization, government by government, and at the end, they will leave our land. And we will have a peaceful nation where our children and women will live and walk in the night without anybody kidnapping them. Just like we all enjoy in Europe, where we can wake up 2 a.m. in the night, go to shop without anybody molesting and without anybody being afraid of being kidnapped. That is the vision we have for Biafra people. I want to also let those who are shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism died with Biafra, and it will rise with Biafra. A lot of people are making noise all over Africa, especially those who have access to media. They say, oh, what do you have to say about Pan-Africanism?